Hey guys, this is my third video, and today I just wanted to talk a bit about how letting go of toxic people made me prettier. So basically, throughout my life, I've been in a lot of toxic friendships, just with people who have brought me down and just been really negative, whether it's toward me or others or themselves. I don't know how, but I've ended up in a lot of friendships like this. And because of that, I was pretty insecure for most of my teenage years. The thing a lot of people probably overlook sometimes is that the people you surround yourself with influence you a lot. For example, growing up, we're very influenced by our parents and what they do. In our childhood, we look at them as an example, so we're easily influenced by them. So if you have a bad childhood, chances are, if your parents weren't nice to you, you won't end up being very nice to yourself in adulthood, things like that. But the same thing can apply for friendships. Like, for example, if people in your friend group are constantly talking negative about themselves and others, or maybe you, these people can start to get in your head because you're around these negative words constantly. Even if you're trying your best to be positive, you can still end up internalizing what they're saying and being influenced by what they're saying. These negative people are gonna start getting in your head. Constantly being around things like that will start to affect you. So that's why you have to choose your inner circle very wisely. They say that you're the average of the 5 people that are closest to you, which basically means that the 5 people closest to you will influence you the most. So I think that's something that you should pay attention to. So this is what I did to basically let go of those people. First of all, don't be afraid to cut people off. I know it can be hard when maybe someone's in one of your classes. You don't want to start drama. That's understandable. And in that case, I would just respectfully distance myself. Just don't be too harsh, but at the same time, have boundaries. Just don't be afraid to let go of people when you're in the environment that you can let go of people. Like, for example, just block people if they're being negative. Cut people off if you can do that. I would recommend it. Don't be afraid, because you need to focus on your well-being before you focus on pleasing people, because being a people pleaser is not great. Yeah, I did that. I just, like, at one point I was like, you know what, I need to cut off these people. I went to the same school as them, but we didn't have classes together, so I thought, you know what, it's fine, I'll just cut them off, and bam, done. Don't make it like a big, like, I hate you because you did this. Just be like, it's been great, but I gotta go, and just let go. And it is easier said than done, but I think it'll all be okay. But yeah, you need to respect yourself and your well-being before you worry so much about other people and what they might think if you cut them off. Another thing is, you can mute people on social media if you're in a circumstance where you don't want to, like, unfollow them because they might, like, you might maybe go to the same school or, like, same workplace as them or something. Just press mute posts, mute stories, mute notes, whatever you need to do on Instagram or like things like that. Because sometimes people will post things that are really negative, and it's not great to have those things on your social media. And you need to remember, it is your social media, and you can choose to just block whatever messages you don't want to see, like, or any posts that you don't want to see. I had this one friend that just wouldn't stop posting stuff that made me kind of sad, and I was like, this is affecting me negatively, so I'm just gonna mute them, and that's what I did. But yeah, here's the thing. Once I did these things to cut these people out of my life or distance myself, this is what happened. I surrounded myself with more positive people, and because of this, my confidence started to grow. I became way less insecure about the way I looked. I noticed more positive self-talk, just overall a positive mindset. There was like a major shift. But also I had to do a lot of journaling as well, because some of these people were pretty close to me, and yes, there were positive times with these people, so I had to kind of grieve it, but also, you know, work through my emotions about like the negative things they did, and it was a lot to deal with. So I did a lot of journaling, and journaling is very helpful. You can see your thoughts on paper basically, and working through these thoughts is going to be really helpful. And because of that, that's what definitely helped me get a more positive mindset. Obviously, there had to be some work done, but those were like the two main things that I think helped. 3 things, I guess. Letting go of those negative people, surrounding myself with more positive people, and then journaling, you know, processing my thoughts. And then because I got a more positive mindset, I started to feel positivity, and then I feel like because of that, I became prettier. And what I mean by this is, when you have a negative mindset, it can like make you ugly, I guess. Like if I look back to photos of me when I had a negative mindset, I wasn't ugly. I've never been ugly, but I was definitely less pretty, I'd say, than I am now, if that makes sense, because the negativity will start to affect you physically, because I wasn't taking care of myself as much as I do now, and like a bunch of other factors that I won't get into in this video, but I might make a whole other video on like how I've had a glow up in the past few years. But yeah, negative mindset will cause you to look less pretty, in my experience and what I've seen anyways. Positivity can really change you physically. I think that's what happened with me. As soon as I developed a more positive mindset, I started to look better. And yeah, that's basically it. So cut those toxic people out of your life, and you'll see a bunch of amazing things happen, because the people you surround yourself with basically influence you and change your entire life. So choose positive people to surround yourself with. Please like this video and subscribe if you want. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.